It's Week 15 of the NFL.
All eyes are on Jamar Chase, who's now over 1,000 yards receiving on the season.
It's the Wizards and the Nighthawks, and it comes your way next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. It just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity.
Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
Gray is the motion man here. Second down, Jackson. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. On 4th down, here's Ty Zentner to kick it. That's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Nighthawks offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion is Myers. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout for injury. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's caught by McCaffrey.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
The Wizards offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the option, it's Swift. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Now a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. A gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a first down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
They'll run. It's Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. 3rd and long. To throw is Stafford. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Scott now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Nighthawks offense ready to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He connects with Gray on that one. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Now, Jackson. He's got Myers on the completion. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with McCaffrey. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Here's a 3rd down and 4. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. More from the International Series in London after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
To throw is Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with McCaffrey. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He'll go. It's White. He slams it in there, and he is in. Zamir White. Touchdown, Nighthawks. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Wizards offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field, and he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They motion the slot man left. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Stafford. The ball comes out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Nighthawks offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gray is the motion man here. On 2nd down, Jackson again. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Gray is the motion man here. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time. Now Lamar going to hang on to it, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. McCaffrey now from the pistol. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Jackson. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. Powering forward. He's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Nighthawks. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And they'll bring them down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Wizards offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run here with Smith. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They bring Chase in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one is caught. It's Robert Tonyan. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. On play action, it's Stafford. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to London, England after this. Stafford to throw again. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. That one's a Corley. He's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Off he goes. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Stafford now on 2nd down. That one taken in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown Wizards. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Nighthawks offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Bryce Huff, the former Jet, in there to bring him down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Second down, it's Stafford. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Nighthawks punt team. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Wizards out for this punt, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
This one deep and looking for Milton. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Here comes the Nighthawks punt team. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Cooks going in motion. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Back to throw is Stafford. For the sideline, brought in by Chase. It's a pickup of 12, and that will be a 1st down. On the give, it's Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
1st down, Stafford. Over the middle, that's Corley. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. That one taken in by Corley. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's Stafford. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Cooks going in motion. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Wizards are back within a point. It's 14-13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion is Myers. Jackson now on 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Stafford now on 1st down. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the give, here's Swift. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide. Nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss.
The Wizards out for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Nighthawks offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. After that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Wizards offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They send him right out of the slot. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Swift. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. That lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Now, pause here. Injured player. It's Jamar Chase who's in some discomfort. They need one right now. 3rd and long. To throw is Stafford. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So, pressure kick coming. And here's Cam Little. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Nighthawks offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson now.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
3rd and short, Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The Wizards offense and veteran Brandon Cooks getting set for this next possession. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That one is caught by Quez Watkins. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They motion the slot man left. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. This complete to Corley. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
We're about ready now for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This is taken at his own 30. The Nighthawks offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
They get 22 yards there. That's enough for a 1st down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. McCaffrey. Whoa. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. Jackson looking to throw. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Wizards offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's a gain of 18 yards. On 1st down, Stafford. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
That is brought in at the 10. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Stafford to throw again. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
The Nighthawks offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. That is caught. And this This is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Gray is the motion man here. On play action, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. He's still on his feet. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, Mike, we're kind of looking at each other up here saying, do they have one more big play left in them? And they got it. When it's all said and done, it should more than likely turn out that that play is the game winner.
And now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. A 1st down throw for Jackson. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock. Here's 2nd down. One last shot now for Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.